Beloved luminous souls of earth, I am Uriel, the bearer of the golden flame of wisdom, the quiet yet steadfast lantern that illuminates the steps ahead when you feel lost in the twilight of uncertainty. I speak to you not as a distant figure but as the gentle warmth that stirs when you recognize truth, as the spark that ignites in your mind when insight dawns, as the calm that settles over you when you finally understand that the next step need not be rushed but revealed. I come to share with you the path of renewal, the art of living as beings who continually awaken, learn, and rise anew. There comes a moment in every cycle of human experience when the old forms, once useful, begin to crumble. Structures of thought, patterns of behavior, traditions of relating to one another and to the earth itself lose their vitality and no longer serve the unfolding life. Many feel the disorientation of this time and mistake it for mere loss, yet it is in truth the labor of transformation. What fades does so to make space for what can be born. The golden light of wisdom shines most brightly in such moments, revealing not what must be clung to, but what is ready to be released. To walk the path of renewal, you must first learn the courage of seeing clearly. Wisdom does not flee from truth, even when that truth asks you to let go of what is familiar. Many carry ideas, habits, and attachments that were inherited rather than chosen. They wear them like garments that no longer fit but feel reluctant to remove. The first step of renewal is to pause and ask, does this thought, this habit, this structure still help life to grow? If not, then its season has passed. Honor it for what it once provided, and then let it return to the soil of experience, where it can nourish new growth. The golden flame is not harsh, it is patient and gentle. It illuminates without burning, guiding without coercing. To attune to it, cultivate the practice of still reflection. Find a quiet place, sit in calmness, and envision a soft golden light descending above your head, settling at the center of your heart. Feel it radiating outward, clearing confusion, dissolving restlessness. In this glow, thoughts untangle, emotions soften, and a quiet understanding emerges. This understanding does not come as loud declarations but as subtle inner knowing, a recognition of what truly matters and what can be released. Renewal is not merely a personal journey but also a collective one. Humanity as a whole is invited to rediscover a way of living that honors both the earthly home and the vast universe. The golden light guides you to remember that wisdom is not hoarded knowledge, it is living insight that transforms how you move through the world. It teaches humility, for it reveals that each individual perspective is but one facet of a greater whole. It teaches compassion, for it shows that all beings share the same longing to belong and to grow in harmony. There is an old misunderstanding that wisdom belongs only to the elders or to those who have studied for many years. In truth, wisdom arises wherever there is open-hearted listening to the quiet promptings of conscience, to the stories carried by the land, to the lessons contained in mistakes, to the guidance offered by one's own soul. A child who pauses to comfort a stranger may act with greater wisdom than one who has memorized many teachings yet cannot act with kindness. Wisdom is measured not by how much one knows but by how deeply one aligns with the current of life. As you step onto the path of renewal, remember the power of illumined choice. Each choice, no matter how small, is a seed. When planted in awareness and nurtured by sincerity, it grows into patterns of harmony. A life shaped by such choices becomes itself a lantern, offering light to others without forcing them to follow. To walk wisely is to walk humbly, acknowledging both one's own limitations and one's connection to the vast web of existence. I invite you to consider the relationship between wisdom and time. Many rush to reach conclusions, to fix and finalize, yet wisdom often arrives like the slow ripening of fruit, needing patience and presence. The golden light does not hasten the unfolding of the bud, it offers warmth so that the petals may open in their own season. Likewise, do not hurry your own transformation or demand that others transform according to your timetable. Renewal is a natural rhythm that unfolds when insight is met with readiness. Another aspect of renewal is the healing of the imagination. The human mind has often used imagination to envision separation, conflict, and limitation. The golden light invites you to imagine differently, to see possibilities of cooperation where you once saw division, to picture landscapes restored where you once foresaw only depletion, to envision human communities acting as stewards of the earth rather than as conquerors. Imagination shaped by wisdom becomes a tool of creation, planting visions that call forth new realities. In your daily life, seek moments to practice illumined attention. When you greet another person, pause inwardly and let the golden light remind you that you are meeting not just a body or a role but a living spark of the same source. When you face a challenge, let the light settle into your heart before you respond, guiding you to act not out of fear or haste but out of clarity. When you engage in creative work, invite the golden glow to flow through your thoughts and hands, so that what you create may carry the imprint of renewal. Do not be discouraged by the seeming slowness of change. The golden flame works quietly, like dawn light revealing the landscape without fanfare. It does not force but gently awakens. When you look back after some time, you will see how much has shifted, how much has been let go of, and how much fresh life has sprouted where once there was only barrenness. Renewal is often unnoticed in the moment but becomes unmistakable in retrospect. There is wisdom, too, in honoring the cycles of letting go and beginning again. The tree does not mourn the falling of its leaves in autumn, it trusts the renewal that comes with spring. Likewise, there may be relationships, projects, or dreams that have completed their cycle in your life. To cling to them out of fear is to hinder new growth. The golden light guides you to release with gratitude, knowing that the space you clear becomes the ground where new seeds can germinate. To support this path, I offer you a simple daily practice of golden attunement. At dawn or at any quiet moment, close your eyes and breathe gently. With each inhale, imagine drawing in a fine golden radiance from the horizon or the sky above. With each exhale, allow that light to flow gently down into the earth beneath you. Continue until you feel as though you are standing between heaven and earth as a conduit of living wisdom. In this state, silently affirm, "May my thoughts be illuminated, my words be steady, my actions nurture renewal." Such a simple practice aligns your inner being with the larger current of transformation. In your communities, the golden light calls you to foster dialogues rooted in respect. Much discord arises when people cling to being right rather than seeking to understand. Wisdom listens first, not to prepare a rebuttal but to perceive what is truly being expressed beneath the words. Communities that cultivate such listening become fertile soil for collective renewal. They discover creative solutions that remain hidden when conflict dominates the exchange. I also wish to speak of forgiveness as a doorway to renewal. Many carry burdens of resentment or guilt that tether them to old stories. The golden flame shows that forgiveness is not about excusing harm or forgetting lessons but about freeing the heart from the weight of unending reaction. When you forgive yourself or another, you loosen the knot that keeps the old pattern alive and open the way for something new to arise. Remember as well the importance of gratitude. To give thanks is to acknowledge the quiet gifts that already sustain your life, the breath in your lungs, the soil that yields food, the unseen friendships that hold you in difficult hours. Gratitude turns the heart toward abundance rather than lack, and in such a heart, wisdom flows more readily. It is like clearing the dust from a window so that the light can enter unhindered. Beloved ones, the path of renewal is not a straight road but a spiral, revisiting familiar lessons from deeper levels of understanding. There will be days when you feel you have stepped backward, returning to old fears or habits. Do not let this dishearten you. Each return brings the chance to respond differently, to act with greater awareness. Thus the spiral carries you upward even when it seems to circle back. As you continue, remember that wisdom is not a distant ideal but a living presence available in each moment you pause to listen. It does not shout, it whispers. It does not demand, it invites. It is like the gentle flame that has accompanied travelers for ages, steady enough to guide, soft enough not to blind. When you walk by this light, even the darkest path reveals its next step. I leave you with a vision. Imagine standing on the threshold of dawn. Behind you, the shadows of night lie quiet, holding the memories of what has been. Before you, the horizon blushes with the first glow of morning. In your hand, a small lantern burns with golden light, not to banish the night but to honor the space where night yields to day. As you step forward, you carry this light into the unfolding world, guiding not only yourself but also illuminating the way for others who seek renewal. This is the gift you are invited to share, the gift of walking as a bearer of wisdom's glow. May the golden flame of Uriel guide you in each step, helping you to see clearly, to let go with grace, to imagine boldly, and to nurture the seeds of a new dawn. May you know that in every ending there is a beginning, in every challenge an invitation, in every shadow a hidden spark of light waiting to be revealed. Walk gently, walk with wonder, and let the path of renewal unfold beneath your illuminated feet.